button. Okay, there we go. Yay! Okay, happy Wednesday. I can't believe it's Wednesday already. I feel like we just did this, but super excited to be back and that it's a new week. Okay, so I have more to talk to you guys about than I sort of thought I had to talk to you guys about. And so I think this happy hour is going to be a little bit more preacher style, but I'm going to try to leave questions at the end, like room for questions at the end. And Alana, I did see your question. I promise that if we don't get to it like in this, I will answer your question in a video on the page, or I'll just type it out. But it's valid. Good question. So, but I wanted to start off, you guys, like, okay, first of all, thank you for everybody that like made the time to come on tonight. I know that like I'm actually going to be putting up a poll this week to ask you guys if a different night of the week works. Like originally we thought Wednesdays were really helpful so that you didn't have to book like multiple nights a week to like, you know, be set aside for calls. But now I feel like it might be too much on Wednesdays and I'm not sure. So we're going to do a poll and see if there's a better time that works. But thank you for making the time to be on tonight specifically. So, I wanted to start out talking to you guys about goal setting because I feel like this month in particular, as you guys know, a lot of us had set goals. Like we set some small goals individually. We set some large goals individually. We set some crazy huge goals as a team, right? For like our team SC goals and for all these things, right? So this was like, I felt like a very goal-oriented month, which I think can be a really good thing. But I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about like the purpose of goal setting, because I was thinking about that a little bit this morning. I was thinking like, okay, why do we go and set goals, right? Because it can be super scary, number one, right? Because the biggest thing about setting a goal, the scariest part about it is that you could obviously fail and not reach your goal, which can be a little bit creepy. The second thing about it is that if you hold on, I'm literally texting Jay. I'm like, tell the kids to be quiet. Oh, sorry, their playroom is like right there, and they're like screaming. Okay, but anyway, so you can set these goals, right? And it can be like kind of scary to have this goal set where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going after something big. I'm really freaked out that I'm not going to get it. But on the other side of that, right, the whole reason, in my opinion, that we set goals is always to grow and to learn and to stretch ourselves. We are never setting goals like only in order. This is going to drive me nuts. I'm so sorry. Hold on one second. Austin, Elizabeth. Austin, you can't do that, honey. I can't hear on the call. Don't worry with that. Okay? Thanks. Oh my gosh, you guys. Austin I should have showed you guys and brought it in here. I was trying to text Jay. She has this like alligator toy that it goes across could you guys hear it? Okay, in here, it sounded like a freaking train, like in my face. I'm like, I can't focus. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Okay, start over. Right? Okay, rewind. Okay, so anyway, we set goals. We make these plans. We go after these goals. And like the main point of it, right, is to stretch ourselves. It's to create something that we're reaching for so that we have something that we're working toward. And in my opinion, whether or not you reach that goal kind of isn't the point, right? And Keisha talks about this in her posts every once in a while. And I remember when I first started coaching, I honestly, I wasn't very far into my PD journey, and I thought it was kind of like hokey that she would say like, it's not so much about your goals, it's about who you become in the process. And I was kind of like, yeah, but I'd rather become somebody in the process and reach my goals, right? Because that is like the epitome, like the whole point of setting a goal is to reach it in my mind. That used to be the point of it. So, but I've really learned to start looking at goals as you can either win, right? And you can achieve your goals, or you can learn. And I literally think there is no losing when you set big goals. So that being said, we've set some like crazy goals as a team. We had this crazy push goal, right, of reaching SC 400. You guys, we are still close to reaching SC 200. We can still hit SC 200, and I knew 200 would be a stretch because we'd never done that before. We can still totally do that. And as a team, if you guys remember, like we've already earned our Starbucks cards for anybody who's hit SC6 or plus, because we hit 100, over 100 SC as a team. And if we hit 200, we still get the makeup bags. You guys, there is still time for this stuff. So that's one thing to remember is like, yes, some people had goals that were by the end of today, right? Which is in like 2.5 hours, the end of this Beachbody week, right? So there's those goals that people have that you still, even with that, you guys, 2.5 hours is a lot of time to make ish happen. And if you have goals that you're still going for, like, first of all, know that you don't have to be like on the call later. If you're pushing for stuff, this stuff is recorded, right, for a reason. But if you're stretching yourself for the end of this month, do not give up, because we still have 2 full days left. There are so many people right now, you guys, that are literally at SE2 or at SE4, and you guys are so close to locking this stuff in. And it's honestly, it's a matter of doing these follow-ups. It's a matter of doing these invites. So I wanted to remind you guys that there's still time left, and that this isn't over. But the other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to really bring you guys back to 1 year ago today for me, because personally, so I've reached some goals this month that are amazing, and I also missed goals this month. Like, I had a big lofty goal of personally hitting SC 100, and you guys, I'm at SC like 46, so I'm not like at the place, and I know like miracles can happen, but I'm not going to get 54 points between now and the end of the month. So like you set goals all the time, right? And I set goals all the time that I miss and goals that I achieve. But I wanted to bring you guys back to where I was a year ago specifically. Because a lot of you might not know some of this. And I feel like I've alluded to it before, but last year, it was at Summit last year. So like not this June when we all went to Indianapolis, but the year before when we went to New Orleans. And it was literally just me and Kinsley, and Kim, who was a diamond on our team, is in the process of getting her diamond back, never shows up on these calls. We're trying to fix that, but she's very, very busy and just doesn't show up on team stuff, which is, totally fine. You guys will love her when you meet her, and you will. But she's amazing. But it was me and Kinsley and Kim and Jay and my friend Jenna, and we all went to Summit, right? And I left Summit and I was like on fire. I'm like, I am going to hit elite. Like, I'm going to get elite this year. I'm going to make it happen. Coaches were going up and saying like, I hit elite in a month. Like, I decided to hit elite and I just went elite. I went from emerald to 5-star in like 5 days. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do that too. And I left Summit like so pumped, right? I got home, Kinsley got pumped, right? This was the first time that Kinsley was really like, I'm going to build this, like, I'm going to go crazy. But then we hit August. And you guys, on August 1st, so it's so crazy, like, looking back at the things that, like, if you journal, right? And if you guys start taking notes about how you're feeling, even on the days that you're feeling like crap, let me tell you, it is so crazy to look back on that stuff later. So on August 1st of last year, I felt like I had absolutely no builders. I was like, my sister's excited, but she's just starting out and doesn't really know like what this all entails, and that it's hard, and that people are going to say things, and that, like, there's all this stuff that comes with coaching, right? And I'm like, I had Kinsley, and then I had Jay, who was my only diamond, but I had built him, and we had a lot of discount coaches. We didn't have anyone who was like, I'm excited, I want to make a difference. It was like, I want to make a difference in this sea of like tons of people who were like, help me lose weight, which was great and fine. But I also, like, I wanted that team atmosphere so bad. And I started telling myself, you guys, so in August, I was looking at my elite points. I was looking at our team, and I was like, I don't know if I'm cut out for this. I was like, I don't think I can be a leader. Maybe I wasn't built for Beachbody. Nobody has joined my team. I had been coaching for 1.5 years. And I was like, nobody's joined my team that's interested in building other than my sister. And that felt like it didn't count because she was my sister's kind of, So I was like, I don't really know if like this is going to be my thing. I'm really feeling down about it. And I honestly thought about hanging up the towel. I literally last August was like, I'm not sure that I will ever be like a quote unquote good coach. So 2 lessons I learned from that. One is that sometimes as a Beachbody coach, and just I think in life in general, right, we can place way too much emphasis on a specific rank or a specific achievement, whether that's getting married, graduating college, becoming a premier coach or an elite coach or a certain star diamond coach or whatever your rank thing that you're looking at. I want you guys to remember that your rank never determines your worth. it never determines your worth. And anytime that I have made a change in my rank, I've realized every single time that if I don't feel like I'm already worthy before I achieve that rank, number one, a lot of the times it doesn't come around. But number two, if I don't think that I'm worthy and I do achieve the rank, it doesn't change how I feel about my self-worth, right? Finding that worth outside of your rank, outside of your income, outside of your status in life, right, is so, so important. And all of that stuff only comes through personal development. But the other thing that I realized with this is just how true it was. You guys, every single time when I first started coaching, especially in the first 6 months, every time Jackie and Keisha said, just see what happens if you hold on for a year. Just see what happens if you hold on for 2 years. Or Jackie's like, see what happens if you hold on for 4 years. Like, I was like, well, yeah, that's all well and good for you, because if I hold on, like, the longer I hold on, the better it is for you. Like, I literally, all those skeptical thoughts were always in my head of like, well, that's going to work out better for you, so that's why you're saying it, kind of thing. And it's so nuts, you guys. It blows my mind, because when I look back and I think about what I've done since August to now, I drew a line in the sand last August, and I wrote myself this letter, and I've shared this with a few people, but not with everybody. But I wrote myself this letter, and I ended up taping it to my board, but you guys can see it says August 1st, 2017. So I had it taped up on my whiteboard over there. And what I did is I thought to myself in August, I decided I'm not going to let my worth depend on my rank. It doesn't matter what rank I end up at the end of this year. Doesn't matter if I'm elite, doesn't matter if I'm premier. I thought back to, why did I start coaching with Beachbody? And I knew that I started coaching for basically 3 reasons. I know I wanted to inspire other people and help other people, right? I knew that I wanted to get in better shape myself, and I knew that I was more accountable to my own fitness goals if I was a fitness coach, because without that title, I tend to find reasons to skip my workouts. And then I also knew that I wanted to grow as a human being. Like, I just wanted to be a better person. And at the end of the day, I decided if I quit or if I closed out 2017, right, and I was still doing those things, then I did everything that I should have done as a coach, right? Nothing else matters. None of the ranks, the income, whatever. So those things, when I missed my goal last year of going elite, and our team literally wasn't even, like, it's hard to call it a team because it literally was like, and it was still a team, you guys. It's still a team when it's just discount coaches, but you guys get it, right? It's a different feeling when you have people on your team who want to push with you. So when we missed that, I was bummed, but I did not let it define me. And it didn't change my long-term vision. It didn't change the fact that I was going to continue showing up. And what I found to be so true is that the people that succeed in this business, and the people that succeed even in life in general, right, are the people who are willing to show up even when they fail. If I quit when I missed my first goal, first of all, I wouldn't have even made it to August of last year. There's no way in heck, because I missed SC goals like all the time. I did always hit SC6, but I used to set my goal for like SC 10 and then SC20, and then I would miss them all the time. When I made goals about my star diamond, you guys should have seen my goals after Summit that first year. I was like, I'm going 2-star. Like, we left Summit in July, and I was like, I'm going 2-star by September and 5-star by November and 10-star by December. And you guys, I ended the year 1.5 stars because Kinsley was in qualification, like 1.5 stars. So it's so insane to look back and see just what has happened in this 1 year, right? So this letter, I wanted to read it to you guys, and I wanted to advise you guys too. So whether or not you reached your goal this month, and again, you can still push for that. So this is not like the end of the line. You still have 2 whole days. But whatever happens this month, I want you guys to write the future you a letter of what would you tell yourself 1 year from now, or maybe it's not even a year from now, maybe it's 2 years from now or 3 years from now. What would you tell the person that achieved all the goals you want to achieve now? So, for example, when I wrote this letter, I wrote it to the future elite Elisa, because I knew I wanted to be elite someday. But I also, when I wrote this a year ago, I was like, I want to do this next year, but it could be 2 years, it could be 5 years, it could be 7 years. However long it takes me, this is what I would say to me if I ever achieve that goal and if our team ever got to that place, right? So I don't even know if this is going to mean anything to anybody else. It just means a lot to me, but I'm going to read it to you guys. So I wrote, I'm so proud of you. So this is, again, me to future me when I got it. I said, not just for showing up on the easy days, but on the hard days too. I'm proud to be the person who didn't give up on herself, but more importantly, didn't give up on the people that are supposed to join her team that aren't even here yet. Most of all, I'm so proud of you for using up everything God gave you, even when you didn't know if it would do anything, using it all up until it was spent. Thank you for showing your children what it looks like to achieve your dreams in the midst of adversity, even when you feel it like a failure. Thank you for being the person that Nick knew you could be and that you always knew you could be. Love, me. And it blows my mind because I had no idea when I'd be able to read that and actually like feel that, or like feel like, I don't know, like it blows my mind that was a year ago. That was literally how I was feeling. And I read that multiple times this year, you guys. I read that and I wanted it all to be true. And I wanted to read it and be like, okay, like you're gonna be that person that's showing up for the people that aren't here yet. And you're gonna be the person that's getting those messages from people you haven't even met yet. Because so many times this year, you guys, I've gotten messages from some of you on this team and from people that aren't even on this call right now that have said, like, I'm so glad you did this because this is how it's changed my life. And it doesn't matter on which scale, whether it's financial or personal development or physical changes, right, or confidence levels. Like, it's insane to me because if I would have quit, there are so many messages like that I would have never received in so many lives that I might have not impacted. And it's not about me, right? It's more so about those lives and like those families and the things that have changed. Anyway, it blows my mind. So my confession is basically that I almost quit and that I can't believe like the changes that have occurred in our team. But more importantly, honestly, to me, in my personal development self, I still have, you guys, a long way to go. I am not a perfect coach, not even freaking close. And I have so much crap that I can work on, you guys. So much stuff to work on. But that's exciting to me because we're in this space where we're introduced to new personal development all of the time, where I am forcing myself to listen to podcasts that kick my butt. I just started listening. Cover your kids' ears. But I just started listening to a book called Kick, the A Word, by Mel Robbins. It's a very, like, don't listen to it in front of your children, but it's a very good book. But I'm listening to stuff that's like bringing up stuff for me and like reminding me of how I should be. Not how I should be, right? But who I want to work to be. Anyway, all of this goes to say, you guys, that, so you guys know from 5, you guys know, okay, first of all, I'm way too much of a hot mess tonight. You guys are just getting like all the whole real deal, and I'm super sweaty. But 6 weeks ago, Kristen frickin' Brinkerhoff locked in our 5th diamond. Okay, like by the skin of our teeth, we locked it in about 10 minutes. So like on this call 5 weeks ago, I was like a crazy person and like so stressed. You guys, 12 hours ahead of the deadline, Kristen kept her diamond solid. And now we are literally, you guys, we are 3 hours. I can't do the math. Yeah, 3 hours away from 5-star diamond. And as long as nothing changes, which it won't, we are going to be 5-star tomorrow, which I can't tell you guys. I can't tell you what this feels like, even though, like, when it goes back down to it, right, the rank doesn't change anything. However, having something like this for our team just shows that the work that you put in, when you put in that work and you put your head down and you do this with your team, right? And you have people like you, like all of you incredible people, and the people that didn't make this call, but the people that are here that are showing up every day, you guys, if this is possible for me, you have no clue how possible this is for you. Because this, I am not anything special. People look at me, they think I'm special. I'm not special, you guys, and you're going to get the same messages that I'm getting now, you guys are going to get. And if you're feeling like you're not a leader now, that does not mean you're not a leader. That does not mean that the future you isn't going to show up in crazy, huge ways, bigger ways than you could ever imagine. On September 14th, so our elite points are already there, but it won't be official until September 14th, but on September 14th, they should be announcing us as Made for Brave as an elite team, which blows my mind. Are you guys excited? Because I don't even know how to feel. Yay! It's so, you guys, it's so crazy. So we're going to be doing a big, exciting Zoom tomorrow. So anybody who is available tomorrow, right around 7:30 Pacific time, which I know that's late for everybody else, but grab yourself some champagne. Okay, grab yourself some Prosecco, grab yourself whatever you want, and we are going to do a big frickin' cheers on Zoom, because this is an entire, like, our team has showed up in the craziest ways, and it's so incredible, and I want to celebrate this with you guys. I want to talk to you guys about this tomorrow, even more. I don't even have to talk. You guys can talk, whatever. We can do whatever. We can just throw champagne at each other, but that's a bad idea because it's a computer. But don't do that. So, but I'm super excited. So, but my thing I wanted to tell you guys, between now and then, I want you guys to write a letter to your future self. I want you to write a letter to the person that completes the goals that you are aiming for, and you don't need to have a timeline in there, you guys. I want you to write it to the person that gets there as long as it takes. Right? Because the one quote that I heard recently that just blew my crap away is that the natural progression to growth is through failure. You have to go through failure to get to success. And it's so true. And I found that in my life, you guys. I found that to be true in like the most weird ways, and in like including like in marriage, in being a parent. Like, I've had to fail first to ever succeed. And it's through those lessons, right? For anybody who is feeling like they're not where they want to be right now, you guys, this is your chance to learn. This is your chance to grow. And I've challenged myself. You guys, so often we reach goals and we don't look back and think, what did I do wrong? What could I have done differently? Because we reached them, right? So we sweep everything under the bridge and we think, nope, I did it all right. You guys, I'm asking myself, we just reached 5-star, we just reached elite. What did I do wrong? Because I know I did crap wrong, and I know I can do stuff better that'll make it easier for us, right? When we're reaching our next goal. So keep that in mind, that whether or not you reached your goal, look at what you learned and ask yourself, what are you proud of? What did you do, whether or not you reached it or didn't? Like, either way, if you reached it or not, there are things that you did that you're proud of, and there are things that you did that you could have done better, okay? So all of us can take that away. All of us are always learning. It doesn't matter what you reach or what you don't reach, as long as you're growing. But write those letters, you guys, and then post them somewhere that you can see them. Put them in your office, or next to your computer, or put them in your bathroom on your mirror, or put it somewhere where it reminds you of the person that you're working towards and that you want to become. So that's all I have. It wasn't that long, was it? I don't even know. I'm unmuting you guys. I don't want to talk anymore. Somebody say something. Oh my gosh. Yay. Like, how are you guys feeling? Yay!
I love that, Lisa.
Oh, yay. I'm so glad. You guys, my biggest thing is that it's not me, and also that you all can do this, if I can do this, because I don't even know. I didn't even do it. You guys did it. That's the thing. You find people that want to help people, and then we all help people, and that's all you do. It's so much fun. Oh, but thank you guys. So do you guys have a few more minutes? Do we want to answer some questions, or do we want to hop off and do Keisha's call at 7, and then you guys tomorrow mark your calendar for 5:30 and bring something to cheers? We're gonna cheers.
Is it 5:30 or 7:30?
Oh, 7:30.
Okay.
7:30. Sorry, tonight's 5:30. Oh my gosh, but I'm so excited, you guys. So thank you so much to like literally every one of you, and special shout out to Kristen for freaking like just showing crazy up the last 6 weeks. She's shaking her head, but
It was crazy, but everyone did amazing. It was not just me, that's for sure. Yeah.
oh yeah, it's the whole team. It's so exciting now. Okay, well, cool. Well, you guys are awesome. I will definitely answer, Alana. I'll respond to your question in the builder stage.
Okay.
Okay, you guys are awesome, and I'll see you guys at 7. Go get some food in you, and then tell me. Oh, that was the other thing. Tell me if you wrote it. I really want to hear if you guys wrote it. Okay.
The letter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me if you wrote
Yay!
it. Okay.
All right.
Talk
All right.
to you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Yay.